What's its history? Where does jerky come from?
What it usually meant was taking, crappy cuts of beef, injecting it with soy sauce and preservatives, and creating something that really dries out, and that's where you get that kind of shoe leather consistency.
What's the difference between your jerky and the other jerkies?
Well, we knew that in order to make our product different and get the more tender bite, it is almost a handmade process. Taking ingredients that you'd find in your kitchen, using the finest cuts of meat, soaking it in marinade overnight like you would with a fine steak or pot roast that you're making, and lay it out on screens and cook it for a little while, and that creates a product that is, it's definitely harder and more expensive to make. And you can imagine the challenges of originally when we were making a couple thousand pounds at a time to now we're making 40, 50,000 pounds a week. Mm-hmm. And for us, the main thing that got us to where we are is our quality, our taste, our texture, and we cannot compromise that at all.
Tell me about your supply chain and what makes you different.
Other jerky manufacturers are really all about kind of mass scale and getting a product out there as much as possible. For us, we have to have the best tasting, most tender product, whether we make 1 pound or 500,000 pounds. Our turkey has always been the highest quality and antibiotic free and GAP step rated for Whole Foods. And now our beef products have all shifted to antibiotic-free, grass-fed, humanely raised. Now we're in a position where we've shored up the finest ingredients, the finest raw materials, have built the relationships with producers to be able to provide the highest quality product that consumers really want, from Whole Foods to Walmart.
What's the future for jerky, you think?
The category's now up to almost $3 billion, and still it hasn't hit the mainstream. I think we've got a penetration of less than 30%. It's always been the same trends of protein and everything from Atkins back in the day to paleo now. Mm-hmm. Those aren't going anywhere. Mm-hmm. And the beauty of jerky as a category is it can be sold anywhere. Normally brands build themselves in the Whole Foods and Sprouts of the world and then move on to mainstream. We went the other direction, and how many brands started at Home Depot and Walmart and now are thriving in Whole Foods and kind of everywhere in between. So it's really been a good ride from that perspective, and the sky is really the limit from here.